Kahit bare months na, no?
Opo, tama.
Kumusta naman traffic dyan sa Cavite?
Hindi pa po ako masyadong nalabas ng bahay.
Ay! Wow, ganda naman. Oo. So, marami kang hindi nakikita. Sige, balikan kita mamaya, Angelis. Nice to have you again. Nandito din si Josh Puday. Hello, Josh. Hi. Can we hear you? Hello, Josh. From where are you, Josh?
I'm from Baguio City po.
Okay. Were you able to join the previous session?
Ito po yung first session ko po.
Okay. Where did you learn about on stage?
Kay Sir Florel po. Fiawan.
Okay. Yes, Sir Florel. Nakasali siya last time. You're one of his students, ba?
Po?
You're one of his students?
Opo.
Okay.
Yes po.
Okay, very good. Okay. Welcome to On Stage. Kita tayo mamaya. Okay?
Sige po.
Andito si Gian. Hi, Gian! Kumusta ka na? Hello! Miss ko na kayo.
Miss ko na kayo.
Sayang, hindi tayo magkikita this year, pero ilang buwan na lang. Magkikita ng buwan na.
Online lang eh. Moving forward pa rin.
Oo nga. Kumusta naman dyan sa, Iloilo, Gian?
Okay naman po. Start na ng online class.
Yeah, online class.
Online
kami
class
nga rin
na.
dito eh. Ay, nako. Transitioning yan. Mahirap, oo nga. Pero kaya natin to.
True.
Laban lang.
Lalampasan rin yan.
Correct. Welcome to On Stage, Gian. Balikan kita mamaya.
Yes, thank you.
Hello. Hi, John Ranke. From Silliman. Hi, John. Can you turn on your cameras? And we have...
Ay, Diyos ko.
Good evening, John. Hello. Kamusta? Okay, maayo. Sige, nangyapon na ka dyan? Nangyapon na?
Wala pa.
Wala pa? Pagkaon sa pwede sa kamukaon, na? Wala pa taga-start. Magsima-sima sa. Okay, see you later. Hi, Inesio. We have Inesio. Ay, Odessa. Hello, Odessa. Huwag mo nagpakita si Odessa. We have... Ayun. May virtual background. We have Antea Dulfo. Hello, Antea. Hello. Pwede ka makita, Antea?
My camera po is currently not working.
Okay. Okay. From where ka po, Antea?
Iloilo.
Okay. From Iloilo.
Yes,
are you in, which school are you attending?
University of San Agustin po. Same with ng GI.
Okay. So, kasama kayo sa USOL?
Yes po.
Welcome, Antea.
Thank you.
Dito din si Mary Eunice. Hello, Mary Eunice.
Hello po.
Kumusta?
Okay lang po. Good evening.
Good evening naman. Kumusta kayo dyan sa lugar niyo?
Okay lang.
Kailan? Oo. Naka-attend ka ba ng previous session?
Hindi po. First session
time
po.
From where are you, Eunice?
Bacolod.
From Bacolod. Wow! Paano mo nalaman tong on stage?
From USOL po.
From USOL.
Member ako ng USOL.
Okay. You're studying in Iloilo, but you're from Bacolod. But you also know Mascara?
Yes. Actually, last year, mahilig kayo nun.
Sige. Okay, that's
last
fine.
year, nang taga San Ag ko, pero na-transfer ko sa Lasal this year. Sa USLS.
Okay. And now you're with Mascara also?
Wala ako nag-audition for Mascara.
Okay. Sige, sige.
Okay.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
We also have Shara. Hi, Shara. Telezaga.
Hello.
Hello, kamusta man?
Okay lang po, sir.
Yung mga classmates, itong hulat to ng mga classmates, no? Nana si Jelsie. Hi, Jelsie.
Hi, sir.
Kumusta? Nagkaon na ka?
Yes.
Very good. Oh. How's your assignment?
Wala
Ano na?
Editing
Ka-record
pa.
na?
Editing pa.
Wala pa. Sige lang, kaya na. Sunday pa bitaw ang deadline. Okay? Nice to have you here, Jelsie. See you later.
Sige, sir.
We have John Michael Bakurna. Hello, John Michael. Kumusta man diha? You're muted.
Evening, sir.
Evening. Kumusta man diha, John Michael?
Okay lang, sir.
Okay lang. From where gani ka, John Michael?
Sikihor, sir.
Okay. Wow, Sikihor. Oo. Kay, ano man na, katong Sikihor, di ba, was in the news na COVID-free?
Yes, sir. COVID-free na ang Sikihor karon.
Okay. That's very good. Sige, Michael, I'll get back to you later.
Sige, sir.
Pamanina. Ayun, we have Lauren Rivera, Julian Alegabo. Hello, Julian. Hello, Marcos.
Hello, sir.
Kumusta man ka?
Okay ra.
Okay ra. Very good. Na-dinner na? Init kaayo karong panahon, no? So stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water. We also have Justin. Hi, Justin. Welcome back. And Ruby. Welcome back, Larissa, on stage.
Sir, nakoy kauban. Dili siya kasi dili.
Dati pa second. On. Cristel, duwa ka kagong gani, Cristel?
Hello, kuya.
Duwa ka buk imong account ka, nag-echo man ka. You're using two accounts or two devices. That's why, nag-echo siya every time. Duwa ako makita diri sa screen.
Thank you for informing me.
Sige, alayin ko off sa usa para di siya mo echo. Yun. Get out. Speak out. Yes, okay. Hi, Cristel. Kumusta na ka?
I'm doing great. How about you? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this webinar.
I'm really, I miss you. It's a long time no see.
I know, right?
Yes, Cristel, sige. Wala duty ka ron?
Wala. Ako dyan di timing para maka-appeal dito.
Bitaw.
Palag
ID sa
na,
ID. Correct.
We can't miss art.
Alright. Sige, sige. See you later, Cristel.
See you.
Welcome, no? Silang Maxine Ting, Sofia, hello. Kita mo, Jeron. Hi, Jeron. Welcome back. Hi, Claire. Good evening, Claire.
Hey, Nikki, I got a mouthful of food. Cannot talk.
Oh my God, I envy you. I envy you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Okay. We have Maxine. Hi, Maxine. Magpakita kayo. Carlito is Mr. Carlito. Sophia. Angel Depol. Hello, Angel.
Hello po.
Hello. Pwede mo i-turn yung camera mo? Hello. From where are you, Angel?
I'm from USA Little Theater from Iloilo.
Okay. Hello. Welcome. Nag-meet na tayo, Angel, hindi pa? Bago ka sa Bago ka sa USOL?
Yes po.
Okay. Kumusta naman ang mga klase natin dyan sa Iloilo?
Technically, I'm schooling in Iloilo, but I'm originally from Capiz, so I'm back in my hometown.
Okay. And you're doing online classes?
Yes po.
Miss ko na ang Capiz. Sige, balikan kita mamaya. Sana lang. Mau Rapal. Hello, Mau. Can you hear me, Mau? This is going to be an exciting night for on stage for us all, no? This is our second on stage webinar. Can I hear a response from Maxine, Ting, from Sophia and Mau? Hello.
Hi, sir.
Hello, Max. Basta.
Here, sir. Ikaw.
Mayo rapod. Happy to have you here.
Thank you, sir.
Kumusta man inyong hangkoan assignment? Sige lang, kaya na. Learn as much as you can tonight, kaya nga tong speaker bag-iitan kayo. I'll see you later, Max and Sophia. Hi, Sir Carlito. Welcome back po, Sir Carlito. Sir Carlito. Naririnig mo po ako. Or parang muted, hindi ka po marinig. Ruby Jane is here with us tonight. Hi, Sir Carlito.
Hello.
Kumusta po? Welcome back po sa On Stage.
Salamat. Ngayong gabi.
Maayong gabi. Masaya kami. Andito po kayong kulit ngayon. Hi, Ruby. Kumusta? We have Palaganas Marie. Wait, naputol siya. Maria? Is it Maria?
Hiya.
Ruby? Kumusta man ka, Ruby? Kumusta ang mga cakes nato diha? Ato mga bedroom cake.
Nag-work currently, working still while nag-wait sa workshop
multitasking.
Yes.
May na.
Fully booked na next week. I'm so happy. Charos.
Wow! Congrats. Padayon lang.
Happy to me dala sa kuan. Nikki's
Yes
kitchen.
to that. Fitness Nikki's.
Magdala ko.
Yes to that. Okay, magdala ka ng pwedeng i-try.
Po, off ko, kuya ha.
Sige, sige. See you later. Hello, Miss Palaganas.
Hello po.
What's your first name? Nakat kasi sa dito eh. Marie ba yan?
Marinel po.
Marinel. Hello, Marinel. Taga saan ka, Marinel?
Paranaque po.
Paranaque. Wow, all the way from Paranaque. Welcome to On Stage.
Thank you.
Paano mo nalaman tong webinar na to sa On Stage?
Through my old theater director po.
Sino?
Si Miss Gabriela Francisco po.
Okay. Mabuti naman at na-inform ka about this.
Yes po.
So
Thank
you're
you
also
po.
you're also into theater, no?
Yes po. Theater student currently.
Saan?
Po. UP Diliman.
Wow, okay. Welcome to On Stage,
Thank
Marinel. Usap tayo mamaya, ha?
Yeah.
Sige. Fiona Bell. We have Fiona Bell. Hello, Fiona Bell. Welcome.
Hello po. Good evening.
Kumusta, Fiona Bell?
Okay naman po. Doing good.
Saan ka, Fiona Bell?
From Davao City po, pero studying at Siliman po.
Okay. Kumusta naman dyan sa Davao? Mainit ba?
Sobra po.
Ay nako, parang ang buong mundo yata ang mainit, no? Kasi parang talaga dito din sa aming lugar sa Negros, napakainit, no? Kahit Vermont na.
Ito.
Pero sana lumamig naman ng konti. Sana nga. Handa ka na bang magpasko, Fiona Bell?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oo. Ano bang wish mo para sa
To go back. To go back dyan sa Dumaguete.
Miss Dumaguete.
Yeah, I really miss the people.
Yeah. Oo nga. Medyo medyo tahimik. Pero minsan, pag weekdays, masyadong ma-traffic. Yeah. Sige, Fiona Bell, welcome again. Usap
Thank
tayo
you po. Yes po.
Kaano ka muna, snack ka muna, kain ng konti para hindi gutumin mamaya.
Yes po. Thank you.
Sige. We have Gia Sornito. Hello. Antoinette.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Kumusta?
Okay lang po.
You're one of my students, Antoinette.
Opo, sir.
Okay. Welcome sa On Stage. Okay. I hope your classmates masulod na po later.
Yes po.
Sige, chika ta later. Welcome sa On Stage, Carl, Tristan, we have Gabriel. Hi, Sir Florel. Hello, Carl, kumusta?
Okay lang po, okay lang. Yan, madaming requirements.
Daming requirements. Kaya yan, isa-isahin na lang, no?
Oo po, yan po ginagawa ko.
Kailan ba ang deadline?
Next week pa naman, pero gusto ko na gawin agad pa. Pero gusto ko na gawin agad para walang problema.
Tama. Mabuti yung ganun na you're ahead of the deadline. Diba? Very good ka.
Oo.
Sige, usap tayo mamaya. In a few minutes, magsisimula na tayo. Hello, Sir Floral. Welcome back.
Hello po.
Yes, kumusta naman, Sir Floral?
Hinabol ko yung hinabol ko tong webinar. Pumunta ko sa
mabuti naman. Saan?
Sa school po.
Galing ka school. Salamat naman, Sir Floral, ha, kasi may bagong student ka na pumasok sa on-stage.
True. No problem po. Sayang kasi yung opportunity.
Oo nga, oo nga. Di ba, libre na nga itong webinar. So, grab. At marami pang susunod. This is the second, so 7 more to go. Sige, Sir Florel. Kita tayo mamaya.
Thank you.
Sige. We have, is this Mayumi from Kokva?
Yes, hi.
Hi, Mayumi. Kumusta?
I'm okay.
Asa man ka ro? Where are you now? In Cebu?
Yeah, I'm still in Cebu pa.
Okay. How's your classes, man?
They're pretty good, right? It's a little stressful kay online, but it's okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Sige. Welcome, Mayumi. Hi, Aldrian. Aldrian, happy birthday. I can't hear you, Aldrian.
Yanik, ang gabi.
Hi, Raymond.
Yes, kuya.
Raymond.
Madungo ba, kuya?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, Raymark. How are you?
Fine. Ito, kuya.
Your class is starting next week, no?
Oo.
Welcome to On Stage. Sige, kita ka later. Cheyenne Ong is here with us. Hello, Cheyenne. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Long time no see. Happy to have you here on stage. How are you doing, Cheyenne?
Good. I just started school.
Okay, that's very good. Okay. Are you part of the team for AYTF this year?
No.
No? Okay. Why, you're busy with other like school stuff?
Yeah, school started, yeah.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm doing great. A lot of things happening. We're organizing a lot of webinars, and I'm doing some small business, food business. I hope you can come to the Philippines and try out one of my food products.
Oh my God, what are you making?
I have desserts, I have barbecue, delicacies in our place.
Mango?
Yes. Okay, so excited for you to come here.
I hope I can go too.
Yes. Okay. All right, see you later, Sayan.
See ya.
Hey, sir.
Hello. Sa itong istorya. Who is?
Well, exciting.
Hello, Shazni. Hi, Shazni. Shazni Bakar from
Nikki.
Brunei. How are you?
I am great.
I can see you. Can you turn on your camera?
Trying to turn it on.
There you go. I can see you now.
Hi.
Welcome all the way from Brunei, Shazni. How are you doing with this situation? How's the situation in Brunei?
Brunei is actually pretty okay right now. We don't have any community spread at all anymore, so it's really great.
Okay. That's very
Yeah,
good to hear.
it's very lucky right now in Brunei.
How's your group doing?
Still, because we're still technically new, so still trying to figure out where we go, and hopefully you'll see something this year at YTF.
Yes, looking forward to that. Thank you, Shazni, and welcome.
Thank you,
All
Nikki.
right. Okay. All right, everybody. I would like to request everyone to please turn on their cameras, but still remain muted because we are going to start our um, webinar tonight, our second webinar for the Onstage project. Right, I'm going to check whether all of your cameras are turned on already. Shazni, Shayan, please turn your cameras. Yes, there you go. Okay, Mr. Carlito, Aldrian, Angeli. We have Lauren, Fiona Bell. All right, everybody. So I think we are all ready for tonight's webinar. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nikki Simafranca from the Philippines. Okay, and I will be your moderator for the Onstage Project webinar series. I am a member of the Youth Advocates through Theater Arts, or YATA, and I was also part of the Asian Youth Theater Festival, previously as an ambassador and now working as the production manager of the festival. I'd like to welcome all of you to our webinar series for the Onstage project. But before we proceed, okay, I'd like to thank those who are uh, coming back, no, for the webinar. People from Baguio, thank you for coming back. They were here with us uh, for the first webinar. Thank you. We also have people from Paranaque and Cavite. Yes. And we'd like to welcome those who are first timers for the webinar. And I hope that you'll find this webinar insightful and useful and that you are going to attend this one regularly. Okay. So at this point in time, it is just right to get to know each other, no? No? Are we all ready? Can I see a thumbs up if we are all ready to start? Yes, yes, yes. Mhm. Okay, very good. We are all ready to start. Okay, so let's get to know each other. I'd like you to think of um, a historical figure in your community. Okay, think of a historical figure in your community. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. So you have it already. It can be a person. The the historical figure can be a person. It could be an object. Okay. It could be an animal. Okay. Do you have it? Have you chosen your historical figure? Okay. Very good. Okay. Now, in the chat box, okay, in the chat box, I'd like you to write your name, then an adjective that describes you, and then the historical figure. Okay. An example of that will be, like for example, me, Nikki. My name is Nikki, and then the majestic is my adjective, and then my historical figure is Philippine eagle, Nikki, the majestic Philippine eagle. All right. So everybody's ready. Please type in your answers. Ready and go. Go, go, go. Claire excites rufflers. Ruffles? Ruffles. Elisha, the elegant spotted deer. Wow. Darcy, the optimistic Tandang Sora. Oh. Antea, the beautiful Miagaw Church. Ah. Julian, RV Carlos. Wala ko nabasa. Wait. Julian, RV Carlos Aligabo, confused Maya Bird. Ah. We have Mamel, the fearless Gabriela Silang. Shazni, the optimist Omar Ali Saifuddin.
The Merlion.
We have Rebecca, the smiling Merlion. Wow. Claude, sweet Budbud. Masarap yung Budbud. Jella, the shy Tarshir. Chelsea, old historical bell tower. Mayumi, kind to Batahari. We also have Josh, the bold lion's head. Michael Kaburnay, skeptical firefly. Ganda. Pia, the sophisticated pala. Cheyenne, cheerful lion. Roar. Renz, Lord of Molo Mansion. Wow, ang gaganda ng mga adjectives at saka mga the historical figures, no? Raymart, the grateful horse. John, the fearsome lapu-lapu. Shara, the shy sampagita. Okay. Thank you everyone for sharing your answers, no, here at in our chat box. Okay. The next thing I'd like you to do, let's bring it to another level, no? Because we already have our adjective and the historical figure in mind, I'd like us to strike a pose to show that historical figure. So let us use our body. You can stand away from your chair, and then you may move a little backward to, if you want your body to be seen, no, hold your whole body to be seen, you can stand. Okay, and then when I say go, strike a pose representing that historical figure. Okay, and then we'll take a photo of that. All right, everybody ready? Can I see a thumbs up for that? Thumbs up for that. Are you ready to strike a pose? Okay, I'm seeing thumbs up. The others are not yet showing me the yes. Okay, ready? We are all ready. Strike a pose in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Freeze up, freeze. I'll check the others. Freeze. Wow, that's very nice. Very nice. Yes. Very nice and creative. All right, you may now relax. Okay. Okay, shake everybody, shake. Shake your hands, head and shoulders. All right. Thank you for participating with us, no? Okay. Before I proceed, I'd like to inform everyone that for the previous webinars, we have different participating schools and organizations, and we're happy to have them here last Friday. We have schools, Suleiman University. We have, I can't see, there. You have USALT of the University of San Agustin. Brunei Amateur Dramatic Society. We have them here tonight. You can see it on your screen, the participating schools and organizations. We'd like to thank you for being with us tonight. We also have guests and partners from the Japan Foundation Manila. Welcome. Buds Theatre Singapore, University of San Agustin Little Theatre, and of course, the Youth Advocates through Theatre Arts. Thank you all very much. Okay, I think we are all ready for tonight's webinar. Okay, but I'd like to give everyone, especially for those who are first time to join us tonight, what is On-Stage Project? Okay, so On-Stage Project is an online webinar series that targets youth arts leaders, equipping them with fundamental skills, ways of devising theater, and using theater as a vehicle for change. It allows them to improve their own organizations, leveling the playing field across Asia and establishing new standards to empower the next generation of Asian artists. So that is On Stage Project. So this is Asian wide, no, project. Okay. Just a few reminder before I introduce to you our speaker for tonight. Please keep your audio on mute unless you are asked by the speaker or by the moderator. Okay. The other thing is open your chat box for notes. You may also ask questions in the chat box. So keep it open so that once there are instructions from the speaker, you can also read it from there. For any concerns, you may privately message any of the onstage staff. All right? Did we get that, everybody? Can we show a thumbs up? Yes, we are all ready. And so it's now time to introduce to you our speaker for tonight. Our speaker for tonight. Okay, our speaker for tonight became a member of the University of San Agustin Little Theater in 2010. The USA Little Theater is the resident theater company of the University of San Agustin Iloilo under the artistic direction of Eric C. de Venegracia. In recent years, it has staged performances that address advocacies on the environment, human rights, youth empowerment, support of local products, mental health, and HIV awareness, among others. Ron, our speaker, was appointed production designer in 2011 and alderman president in 2012. He led the Youth Salt to win the 10 Accomplished Youth Organization, or TAYO, in 2015 with Project Imagine a Nation, a series of devised theater work that reflect, reach out, and reassure after the storm. He led Youth Salt in writing, directing, designing, and performing plays such as Voices After the Storm, Basura Busters, and Imagine a Nation that reach out to survivors in northern Iloilo, the students of the university, and the student leaders and artists in the Philippines. The award-winning play Imagine a Nation was also performed at the different parts of the country and had the opportunity sharing sharing the stories of triumph and resilience during the strongest typhoon recorded in the history at the Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia and Asian Youth Theatre Festival 2019. Likewise, he continues his theater work in USALT by giving acting workshops for the deaf pupils of SPED Integrated School for Exceptional Children in 2015, acting with them in a special run of Basura Busters, Theater in Sign and Sound. In this play, deaf and non-deaf actors perform together for deaf and non-deaf audience. He also co-wrote and co-directed Bayan ni Rizal, a collection of short devised plays on various current issues inspired from the historical characters of Rizal novels. Woke in 2019, a dystopic commentary on the extrajudicial killings in the Philippines. He has also acted in various advocacy plays, including Tarangban in 2011, based on the Panay Bukidnon epics, Passion Fruit Shake in 2016, a play about passion and purpose, and where these could take us in the future. Shooked in 2017-2018, a series of performances that deal with things that makes us triggered and how to cope. And now finding greater purpose for theater as a platform of resilience and coping up with trying time, the USA Little Theater welcomes 2020 and 2021 with our theater season theme, View Salt and 55 Shift as we explore new alternatives of performance, including a momentary shift from stage to screen. Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker for tonight for the topic Devising History, Mr. Ron Matthews Espinosa. I'd like to turn over the floor, the online
Good evening,
floor.
everyone from the Philippines. Good evening. Hello. Thank you, Nikki. Wow, what an introduction. No? I feel like it's a reunion again with AYTF family. I can see Shashni from Brunei, Cheyenne from Singapore. Hello, everyone. And to the participants from the Philippines also. In a way, we get to be involved already and got to know your co-participants virtually by knowing or describing their place by a historical image. But before that, before I start the presentation, we will be having a series of activities. Are we good with that? Are we good with that? Can you give me a thumbs up if we are game to this activity? All right. Cool. Today, our stage is the screen. This time, we will be exploring the screen as your new space, your new stage. This activity is what we call screen space. Okay? We will be identifying the space of your screen. Right? Make sure you put your cameras on mirror view so your orientation is correct. If you're not familiar with mirror view, the button is the lower right icon of stop video, and then go to settings or video settings and then click your mirror view. Okay? So are we good with that? Are we good? Can you give me a thumbs up if we are all ready? All right. I can see some cameras are on. Others are not putting their cameras on. I'm requiring everyone to put on their cameras. All right. Okay, good. We are all ready. Sige. If we are ready, can you give me a thumbs up once more? Your right thumb. Right thumb. All right. This time, can you raise your point finger? Okay, point finger. Where's your point finger? Okay, good. Nice. Now, by looking at your screen, using your point finger, try to follow the screen, your screen. Okay, try to follow that. All right. Okay. Just try to outline your screen. Cool. Right. Okay. Nice. All right. Okay, good. Now, this time try to use your both hands or both hands. Try to outline both hands. Try to use your both hands. If you are using your phone and your orientation is in profile view or portrait view, just go. Try to follow your screen. It may go on the opposite direction, counterclockwise. Just follow your screen. Okay. Okay. This time, try to use your elbows. Elbows. Okay. Both elbows. Okay, good. Nice. Try to use your arms. Arms. Okay. Try to define your screen space using your arms. Okay, good. Oh, am I doing this? All right, good. Now, try to use your nose. Okay, try to follow or outline the screen using your nose. Okay. Good. This time try to lean. All right. Other side. Okay. Good. All right. Very good. Now, now that we've defined your screen, or now that we are familiar of our screen space, let us move on the actor and the screen. Okay. This activity is what we call your freeze frame. Okay. It's just like a paint me a picture, or posing for the camera, just like what we're doing, or we're having a TikTok video or an Instagram capture. Just post to the camera. Okay. At the count of 3, you'll be posing 3 poses. Okay. So, for example, 1, 2, 3, pose, and then 1, 2, 3, pose, 1, 2, 3, pose. Are we cool? Okay, I will prompt, like for example, this time I will be prompting wacky pose, or yeah, a wacky pose. Okay, wacky. Try to use your face, okay, and explore your screen space for this one. Okay, are we good? Are we ready? Okay, make sure you give your best wacky pose for this one, because we will be documenting in this one. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, wacky pose. 1, 2, 3, wacky pose. 1, 2, 3, wacky pose. All right. All right. I can see somebody doing this one. It really hurts ba talaga? Yes, very good. That's cool. That's good. All right. Now, from wacky, let's proceed to your glam shot. Okay? Your glam shot, your best shot, your best angle, all right? Your most beautiful angle or face. Okay? Let's try to do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, pose. 1, 2, 3, pose. 1, 2, 3, and pose. All right, good. Nice, very good. Parang model ah. All right, right. Now, let's proceed. Okay, wait. Try to grab any object from your reach, a comb, a bottle, a book, any object. Okay, good. Now, do you have your object? Can you show your object to the camera? Nice. I can see somebody, I can see someone has a notebook, a mask. Wow, kabuki mask. All right, nice, very good. Nice. All right. This time, we will be doing this, or posing or striking a pose. It's just like we're selling this product. You have to sell this product. All right. You have to model for it. All right. In 3 poses. Ready? 1, 2, 3, pose. 1, 2, 3, pose. 1, 2, 3, pose. All right, that's good. All right, now high five to the camera. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. All right, great projection to the camera. No, we have a good potential in modeling. And speaking of camera, all right. Speaking of camera, the next activity is exploring the space, basing from the camera shot types. Okay, let us start by your mid shot. Okay. Mid shot. Occupy the screen by your bust. Head to chest is visible, like this one. This is your mid shot already. Okay, your typical setup in your camera. You have enough headroom. That's your mid shot. Okay. Now let's try to do facing your camera. Let's try to perform or act as if we're watching a Netflix. Okay, of your favorite Netflix movies or series. Okay. Are you what kind of series is that? Okay, how do you perform using your screen space and exploring a mid shot? Okay, by watching a Netflix movie. Are you excited? Are you really giddy because of your Korean crush? You're watching your favorite Korean series. All right, you're so kilig. All right, you're so really kilig. Okay, good. Nice. Try to use that space. Try to explore your space. Are you using your pillow? Okay. Are you using your earphones or headphones during watching your Netflix? Okay. Try to explore. Try to move around. Okay. This time, you're watching a sad movie. Okay? Sad movie. How do you move around when you're watching sad movie? Your saddest movie. Okay? Are you crying? Are you really, really sad or heartbroken? Because you can relate to breakups. Aww. All right, cool. Now this time, horror movie. Your worst nightmare movie, okay? Are you really afraid of watching it? What are you doing? Are you hiding from your pillow? You're actually coating a blanket. You're hiding from it. All right? All right, great. Okay, now, guys, everyone, that is your mid shot. So everything you work around from head to chest, that's mid shot. Okay, next is tight shot. Can we try to move close to the camera? Move close to the camera, closer to the camera. Okay, try to occupy the screen with your face. Now let's try to move by maintaining that shot. Okay. All right. Let's try to act as if we are actually reading a very small font message. Okay. You can't seem to read that because it's too small. Okay. All right. Good. An ant to your camera lens. Try to look for that ant. It's really bothering you because when you're having a Zoom call, there's an ant there. All right. Try to look for that ant. Okay. Closer. All right. Good. I can see someone who is wiping the camera. Good. Good exploration. Okay. This time, try to whisper to someone or somebody as if you're telling a secret. Okay, good. Closer. Try to explore. Explore. Nice. Nice. Really good. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Now, that is your tight shot. Okay, mid, head to chest. Your tight is really close to the camera. Are we good? Okay. This time, try to move away from your computer. Okay? Move away. Let's move away. Okay. All right. Can you still hear me? I'm still audible. All right. Okay. This time, let's try to push the sides of the screen. Okay? Push. All right. Try to define your screen space. Try to push. Go, push. Okay, good. Other side. Other side. Oh. Nice. All right. Okay. This time, try to lean. Lean. All right. Okay, good. Okay, as if you're actually modeling. Okay, cool. All right, other side. You're waiting for someone to answer your call. Nice, I can see back to back. Nice, very good. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, one more. One more. High five to the camera. High five and go. All right. Okay, these are actually different camera tight shots. Okay, shot types, I mean. So you have your tight shots. You're very close to the camera. Mid, your head to chest is visible. And wide, you're moving away from your camera. Okay. Since the screen is your stage, right now and this time, we have to be aware of that. Okay, we have to explore and adapt to the stage or the current stage that we are moving in. All right. For the past month, I'm sure many of us spent more time in our room, right? I'm sure. And in our house because of the lockdown and quarantine. We spent more time in the computer. What are we doing in the computer? Playing games, watching movies, Zoom meetings like this, okay? It seems like this is part of our daily lives already. May I ask who among you here are in quarantine for 1 month? Can you raise your hand? 1 month quarantine. Okay. Okay, I can see somebody raising their hand. 2 months quarantine. 2 months. 2 months. 3 months in quarantine. They're locked down in their room, in their town. They cannot go out. Okay. How about 4? I know every one of us from Iloilo, wave your hands. All right. We have been, we are in lockdown for almost 4 months already. Okay. All right. Okay. In the time of quarantine, we spend more time on the screen. Earlier, we made use of the screen, okay, or actual space, and we played around with the object. Now, our next activity, we will focus about you. Okay, we will focus about you this time. It is called A Day in Your Life. Okay, did we hear that title? A Day in Your Life. That's what you're actually doing in a day. Okay, just an ordinary day in the time of quarantine. Okay, when I say a time, I'd like you to move around and do what you do at that time. Okay, for example, 8 a.m. Okay, what are you doing at 8 a.m.? Are you working from home? Okay, can you try to move around? Are you cooking for your siblings? All right. Okay, you're just waiting for your class to start. You're reading a book. Try to grab a book or anything, a notebook. All right, try to read. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. And all right, now we will proceed to the actual exercise. Okay, okay, are we good? So again, I will repeat the instruction. When I say a time, you are going to move around and explore your space using your day in your life. All right. At 8 a.m., what are you doing at 8 a.m.? Searching for, you're actually using your Facebook, okay, texting, just watching the screen, sleeping. Okay, I can see somebody sleeping. All right, what? All right, nice exploration of props also. Nice. Eating. Okay, sleeping most of the time. Most of us, you know, at 8 a.m. I'm still awake. Okay, now 10 a.m. 10 a.m. What are you doing? Are you sweeping the floor? Playing Mobile Legend? Okay, ranking up. All right, very good. Writing down something? Okay, nice, very good. Drinking? I hope that's water. Okay, nice. Okay, I can see most of us are doing or spending more time in our mobile phone. This time, 12 noon. What are you doing at 12 noon? You're preparing for something. Eating. Okay, I can see someone eating, somebody eating. Drinking more water. Yes, water is life. What are you doing at 12 noon? Okay, this time, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. You're sleeping. Okay. What are you doing at 2 p.m.? You're doing some groceries or chopping fruits or preparing again for a food for frontliners. Okay. Doing exercise. Nice. Sleeping. Okay. What are you doing at 2 p.m.? All right, this time 4 p.m. What do you do at 4 p.m.? Cleaning the room, chatting your friend. What are you doing? Refreshing up, taking a bath. Okay, good. All right. Okay, very good. This time, what are you doing at 6 p.m.? 6 p.m. Doing exercise, pushing some object, moving your furniture. Okay. What's that? You're modeling a Coke? I don't know. You have a merienda and you have to model it. Okay. Try to use your space. Try to get a prop. Okay. What are you doing? Can you do tight shots? Can you do tight shot? What are you doing at 4 p.m. when you do tight shot? Okay. You're actually telling that your neighbor did her swab yesterday and you cannot get out. So you're telling your mom that you don't have to get out, all right? Do it. Okay? All right. This time 8 p.m. Okay, what are you doing at 8 p.m.? Try to move around. Use your space. Move around. Okay, this time let's do a wide shot. Get away or move away from your camera. What are you doing? You're actually mopping. Okay. Exercise. Spraying a perfume or disinfecting. Doing a TikTok. Yeah. Yeah. All right. You're still doing TikTok at 8 p.m. Oh, okay. Because you have to repeat it again. All right. What are you doing at 8 p.m.? Reading some materials. Okay, good. This time, 10 p.m. What are you doing at 10 p.m.? You have to prepare some for your food, for your dinner. Having a toothbrush or taking a toothbrush. Okay, good. Nice. You're calling your friend at 10 p.m. Nice. Good exploration of prof. Printing something. Nice. Reading a book. Okay. Doing a facial routine, facial routine, skincare routine. Okay. This time 12 midnight. What are you doing at 12 midnight? You still sleeping? ML? Rank game for ML? What are you doing at 10 p.m.? At 12, I mean 12. Okay? All right? Are you sleeping or not yet? You're not yet sleepy? This time 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Are you still awake at 2 a.m.? You're still playing ML? You're finishing something? This time 4 a.m. We are all vampires. We are not sleeping at 4 a.m. What time do you sleep? Okay. If you want to turn your lights off, if your switch is really is near you, try to turn your lights off. Switch it off if it's possible. Okay. This time 6 a.m. I bet you have to sleep, guys. 6 a.m. Are you still awake? Are you sleeping? Oh, we are all vampires. You have to sleep. 6 a.m. You're still awake. Okay. And then 8 a.m. Okay. All right. And gut exercise. All right. Can you give me a virtual high five with your co-participants? Let's do this to your screen. Appear. All right. Appear. On the side, both hands, appear. And the other side. All right. Very good. Very nice. Very good. I can see somebody or others did explore their space, their screenshots, or their positions or types of camera shots. Okay, that's very good. Very nice. Okay. All right. Now, for our last activity, okay, we will be doing another round of a day in your life. Okay, but this time, try to explore more of your space. I can see someone moving around, but actually putting herself in the screen using the 3 types of camera shots. That's good. Your screen and anything available from your end. Use it as it is a part of your activity. Okay? If you want to make use or utilize your lights, you can turn it on, you can turn it off. Okay? Your screen, your phone screen, you can explore it. Use your object available from your room, your space. Okay? You can explore variety, stage business. Okay? Try to explore more variety in camera type, shot types. Okay? Your speed. Okay? Try to explore that. Just like tension and release. Explore variety. Okay? Still, I will prompt the time for your guide. But this time, you will do it on your own. Okay? You have to be in your time, in your quarantine period. Are we good? Can I see a thumbs up? Okay, I can see participants turning their cameras off. You can turn it off, on. I mean, if you want to join for this activity. Okay, but I'm encouraging you to join and participate. All right. Let me check. All right. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, we will start at the count of 3. Okay, ready? Okay, wait, before that, can we try to stretch? Right, stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay, all right, we're good. We are good to go. At the count of 3, we will start your a day in the life or a day in your life. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 8 a.m. 10 a.m. 12 noon. 2 p.m. 4 p.m. 6 p.m. 8 p.m. 10 p.m. 12 midnight. 2 a.m. 4 a.m. 6 a.m. 8 a.m. At the count of 10, we will end and cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Thank you so much for participating. And all right, good. Can we do one more high five? All right. This time, try to high five the upper participants or lower. Here. Or push down, down. All right. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Let's try inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. So thank you. That's the activity. What we did is what we call your screen space, your freeze frame, exploring the space in a day in your life. All right. Now we will be proceeding to our talk, our webinar. Okay. Once again, good evening, everyone. Hello. Okay. Can you see my screen? All right. Welcome to the Onstage Project. This is the new normal. Just like what we did earlier, the screen becomes our stage and a platform of sharing theater ideas and practices in ASEAN and Japan. Okay. Earlier, Nikki introduced me, and last Saturday, we had an opportunity to listen and immerse in the in the creation of Sharon Mani by Kuya Hope. Hello, Kuya Hope. If you are watching, by Kuya Hope Tinambakan from, of course, Yata in Dumaguete City. Tonight, we are coming to you live from Iloilo City, small city from the Visayas. Once again, I am Ron from the University of San Agustin Little or USALT. The USA Little Theater is the resident theater company of the University of San Agustin. This year, we, USALT, turned 55, whereas our university turned 116 years old. In the past few years, USA Little Theater has devised performances that address various issues, okay, of our time. At the wake of Typhoon Yolanda, we staged Imagine a Nation. At the height of extrajudicial killings, okay, we produced Woke. On the 150th anniversary of our Philippine national hero, Jose Rizal, we performed Bayani Rizal. In the light of rising cases of mental health in our country, we presented Shooked. And these are more and more are, we have produced more plays or device plays by USALT under the artistic direction of Mr. Eric C. De Vinagracia. Since the start of the quarantine in the Philippines due to COVID-19 pandemic in March, USALT streamed more than 50 online shorts in Kwentong Quarantine Project, or a series of quarantine videos and performances. Tonight, I will be sharing sharing everyone on how we devise history. Okay? USALT's creative journey in deconstructing and reconstructing Philippine history and significant events through theater. Devising, history, deconstructing, reconstructing, right? Big words, overwhelming, right? But instead of defining these words, allow me to share my impression of them in my theater practice. History and significant events. Okay? History, stated simply, is the study of the past. Okay? The significant events of humanity, our country, our community. It is our story, yours and mine. Deconstruction. In design language, we consider the deconstruction that it is dividing and defining the whole piece into different parts or a form, or different parts of or form. Reconstruction. On the other hand, it is to build or form something again after it has been damaged or destroyed. Devised theater. Okay? Some consider devised theater as a collaborative theater. It happens when a team of artists work together to produce a show from its inception to completion. Adapt from the theaterlife.com. For USA Little Theater, a devised theater is a convergence of 4 components. One is fellows. Fellow. Form, framework, and flow. That's how we produce or devise a theater work or a theater play. Fellows, or friend, or family, or feeling close lang, or just friend or acquaintance. Right? Since devising encourages collaboration, it is important to work with the potential of each of our fellow devisers, relying on what they can offer in this production. Just last year, and just before this pandemic, USALT staged the play Adobo in Dumaguete. The student actors of USALT were all busy in their exams that the alumni were called to devise this play about a Filipino dish of chicken or pork stewed in vinegar, garlic, soy sauce, and etc. Yes, for those who know adobo and for those who doesn't know adobo. Okay, this was actually a metaphor for the many issues facing the country. Together with my fellow USALT alumni, we co-wrote, co-directed, and co-designed the play. We improvised the performance. Guided by some lines we wrote and rehearsed while following the process of cooking adobo live. We cooked adobo live on stage. Good thing we know each other quite well. Fellowship is the key, right? Fun fact, all of us ate the adobo after the curtain call. Because, devising is all about sharing. So that's the first component, fellow. The second F is form. Form. What comes at the top of your mind when we speak of art forms? Theater, movement, music, literature. What else? Visual art, monologue, architecture. Okay, let me share how we explored form in our play Bayani Rizal, an adaptation of Noli Me Tangere by Philippine national hero Jose Rizal. We took inspiration from characters of the story and interpreted them in the context of contemporary social issues and presented in various forms. So this is Dr. Jose Rizal. We took characters from his novel, Noli Me Tangere, contemporary issues, and translated it in different forms. So all in all, I think we have 9 short plays for this play. Let me cite 3. One is Basilio. Basilio is a young altar server who was suspected of stealing. To us, he symbolized the many children who suffer from violations of their rights. To depict his struggle and agony, we used performance poetry, utilizing a verse choir and a solo dance performer. Maria Clara is the love interest of the protagonist, Ibarra. She was actually sired by a domineering priest who controlled her life. She represents many women who have been victims of domestic abuse, yet suffer in silence. We used comedy, parody, satire, slapstick to mask the pain of what she experienced by the character expressed in monologue, in some performance, dance, among others. So that's Maria Clara. Doña Victorina is the novel's social climber. In the play, we depicted her as a collection of internet trolls. Okay? Filipino citizens who cancel fellow Filipinos to gain attention. I guess that's what is happening right now. So on stage, you see an actor trying to read off a multimedia projection of Doña Victorina in our time. If you can see in this photo, okay, we have a projector or a screen projected in the wall using the internet. So that's the second F, form. The third F is framework. Framework is like a scaffolding that holds ideas together. It can be used to hold a story or its plot, the concept, theme or thesis of the play, or even in the creation of characters in the play. Let me discuss how we used a simple framework in creating characters of our play, Basura Busters. It's a children's play that deals with proper waste management. We use the 3 R's of waste management: reduce, reuse, and recycle. In crafting the powers of our protagonist, Lea Limpio, Tony Tinlo, and Gino Guapo. Reduce. Reduces the power of the druid Lea Limpio. She's this character. Okay? She uses cleaning potions to disinfect odors coming from her rival, Karakagaw. Karakagaw is actually a fly-like monster made of rotten or spoiled biodegradable materials. Next character, Reuse. Reuse is the power of the paladin Tony Tinlo. He reuses materials of his rival Higanting Hector, Atikbalang, a tall monster or a man-horse creature made of non-biodegradable parts who throws junk metal parts at his opponent, and then Tony reuses Hector's spare parts into a war hammer, and then eventually at the end of the war scene, Tony defeated this giant. Another character is Gino Guapo. Recycle is the power of this wizard, Gino Guapo, who recycles materials of his rival, Lalay Laway. Lalay Laway is a moa creature, a hairy creature made of gooey or slimy plastic. Gino recycles the plastic thrown by Lalay, Lalay Laway, and Gino Guapo turns it into a recyclable art and crafts like a vase, a handbag, and etc. So 3 R's as a framework is a vital guide in the creation of these characters. So that's our third F, okay? Framework, right? Last but not the least is our flow. Flow is the order of things. We use flow to organize the plot of the story. Okay? Beginning, middle, and end. So it can also be used to create the energy of a performance. The highs and the lows or the of sequences in a production. Okay? Flow can also be observed in the process of devising the play itself. For flow, I'm going to share to you the process of creating the play Imagine a Nation. Okay? Imagine a Nation, stories at the wake of Yolanda or Typhoon Haiyan. In sharing the process, I will also be using the other components, your fellows, forms, and framework as a way of synthesizing, devising a historical event into a performance, highlighting the deconstructing and reconstructing process. It was November 8, 2013, when the world's strongest typhoon ever recorded in human history made itself landfall in the Philippines. It devastated islands in the Visayas with a huge loss of lives and property. My fellow artist in USALT felt that we can do something, okay, to share the lessons of tragedy and triumphs. We cannot just sit there and watch and listen to the news. That something was the play Imagine a Nation. We gathered stories from the survivors, from the news reports, okay, Facebook posts, and personal experiences of survivors of the storm. Some of whom were family and friends. Then we devised Imagine a Nation. We appropriated the symbol of a house, a bahay kubo, an architecture in the Philippine context, as the nation before and after the storm. It also became a framework for the story and design of the play. We deconstructed the balay, the bahay kubo, into different parts. Okay? A top or roof, your wall, dingding, your poste, halige, or your pillars, and lubid, your rope. The storm scattered these parts. The deconstruction of the house was a lingering visual of Yolanda when we went there. These parts became a setting for the stories of Imagine a Nation. Devisers were paired to translate these stories into performance. The play welcomes the audience with the ambient sound of raindrops, the calm before the storm. And then lights dim, then eventually blackout. A presentation of what happened before the storm. Then slowly hearing voices like raindrops. Voices from different corners and gathered from the actors' experiences. We call this Voices Before the Storm. And then we transition to Balay. In Balay, a family lives through the storm by sheer will, founded on their faith in God. Their experience was juxtaposed with the sorrowful mystery of the Holy Rosary. In Atop, Ruth, a nurse who dreams to venture her life outside the country and eventually was stopped by the storm. On top of a roof, she frantically calls out her mother lost in the storm, okay, while she holds on to her sick father. Lubid or rope, survivors of Yolanda battle it out for relief goods because everyone is hungry and no resources at that moment. This satire feature a literal tug of war between a volunteer and a relief good organizer and a citizen demanding relief good from a local officer. Next is Halige, or Pillar, a child survivor named Therese Hope. A way of saying Therese Hope is also there is hope. Okay? Tells her traumatic ordeals of Yolanda while while she's actually playing a Filipino games. And this one, we got featured in this picture. Natalie Dreymeyer, a German theater dramaturg, cited that the work of Little Theater begins precisely here. The theater people give a voice to those who have become speechless, who fell silent face to face with the unspeakable. In the production Imagine a Nation, Little Theater focuses on the question of how society can redefine itself after a disaster like Haim. Let's proceed to Ding Ding, or Wall. We invited actual volunteers to share stories as they were posting, as if they were posting stories of volunteerism on their social media wall. These stories were told in various forms. An adaptation of a prayer, like Jalene sings a prayer while delivering her piece. Okay? A monologue breaking the fourth wall, and the use of games to tell an experience, in photographs and testimonies shared by real life volunteers, in live music, from a lone guitar that threads the narrative. Exactly a year after, we went back to Yolanda's ground zero in the province of Iloilo. In our visit to our university's partner community, we collected stories of rebuilding and resilience. From there, we learned that the culture of Tawilihanay, or likened to be the Filipino bayanihan, or in English, working together. We learned that rebuilding the country is much like devising. Working together to put the parts together and rebuild was destroyed. And their stories were just about rebuilding houses. There were stories of rebuilding hope. Imagine a nation closes with the rebuilding of the house, putting together, assembling the roof, little by little, pillars, walls, rope into a balay or a house. It was a metaphor for reconstructing the nation once imagined. Yolanda ka lang, and ending it with a statement, Yolanda ka lang, Pilipino kami. To give you a more detailed experience of the play, let me share to you a clip of Imagine a Nation.
Samtang gasigi ang pabugso sang hangin, inamat-amat niya tiphagang amo niya pader, hasta nga hindi na masarangan, kag gintumbang man inisang hangin. Sa babaw sang atop kami nagtiner, kay grabe na gid ang pagtaas ng tubig. Ulihi ko lang ng patsagan nga, nagkakapilaksan na ng aking nadiin ka na! Saka na di sa atop na nagtaas ng tubig! Saka na di!
Luwingon ko, balay namon. Galing, hindi ko kabalo. Bro, kabalo ko mag-drawing sang poste kay straight line man lang.
Pagkabilang ng tatlo, magtago na kayo. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, boom! Hindi niyo ko pagbayarin.
Tubang sa kamatayon, kita kami ng lupit. May pag-asa, pagaling nga pwede kami masalba. Oh yan! Mangyapot tayo! Hindi mo pula! Truly, Yolanda was one of the worst times in the Philippines, but the best time to be a Filipino. It's an experience we are living again in this pandemic. In closing, when we devise history through theater, we need fellows who will share in the journey of devising the performance from inception to completion. Forms that will best tell the stories that we share. A framework that will hold the elements of the performance together, and a flow that will allow us to curate the process of deconstructing and reconstructing the histories or his stories and her stories we share to our audience. And that's how University of San Agustin Little Theater creates its Devised Theater. All right? So that's end our talk. But before I wrap this up, were you aware that when we started this presentation with the workshop, we were already devising a moment, your moment. All right. Let me share to you, okay, a day in your life in quarantine. Let's start playing the music. We keep indoors when we dare to venture out, spend more time on bed. We are cautious, afraid. More time with family, doing the usual things that we are doing in an ordinary day. We smile, but in their eyes there is reservation and suspicion. Eating with limitation. They keep their distance. We do ours. You'd record. Much of our fears is unspoken. We don't know what to say. We are caught off. Ender of this happening is the consolation. We endure thoughts of departure. Just hidden in the darkness of our, but discover it and see it as hope and more. It is the gift of opportunity to live more, to explore talents, to appreciate life, not rushing, to post a resolution for this world of renewal. We can be better than we have ever. We can imagine a dream, then strive, then realize our potential for goodness and morality. And we can overcome this challenge. As we put ourselves to sleep and ease, we can preserve our purpose. And and who we can be. We are committed to this end. For our own sake. And for those who will come after us. Life goes on. That's what they say. Just like the clock, it will never stop. But as we appreciate lives spent well, we will see our life that we are expecting another day. And we just did a devised theater. Thank you so much. Can we do one more screen high five from side to side? Up. Down. All right. Thank you so much. Were you aware that we are already doing a device theater? All right. Your participation takes a really or plays a very vital part in this output. And I thank you for really participating and without any hesitation to to move around and to feel free in your space. How do you feel? Can you can you type it in the chat box, or can somebody raise hand, or can you share what you feel after this?
All right. Ron?
Yes, Nick.
Okay. I'll help you with the people.
Yes.
Responses. But maybe before people give their responses, I'd like to ask everyone to shake both of their hands for Ron. This is the clap for the deaf community. So let's make some shaking. Congratulations, Ron. Thank you very much for that very insightful session. I think everyone enjoyed it. I was seeing everyone really into it a while ago while they were doing the day in the live. No? It was really fun. And when you started defining the screen, freeze frame, and the type shots, no, that's very, very nice. All right, so I'll check now if there are people who want to share their responses or feelings about the device work. Is that right, Ron?
What do you feel? Feeling okay. I can see from Aldrian, right?
Okay. Adrian. Oh, there are chat. There's a chat. I feel very, very connected to everyone, though we are so far away. Reminded me of Bayanihan. Thank you all very much. That is from Palaganas Marinel. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Honestly, the activity, what was that? The activity with this sure made me miss workshops, but the fact that this simple exercise became a device work, it was amazing and sure sparked the thespian in me that is made dormant by this pandemic.
Yes, I missed workshop also.
Yeah, me too. I really miss workshops. Love it. Very inspiring. Can't wait to jump back into rehearsals and creative work. Thank you, Shazni.
It's a Filipino, right?
Bayanihan is a Filipino word derived from the word bayan, meaning okay. Okay, from Carl, amazing how this was very interactive. Napatunayan na mabuhay pa rin ang theater dito sa Pilipinas. Yeah.
Thank you, Carl.
With online stage. Yes, thank you, Carl. Never encountered something like this before, so I have no choice but naputo lang aking pagbasa.
Ang flow follow.
Asa na yun? Ang dami pumapasok. Sorry.
Ang dami nagko-comment.
Ang dami nagko-comment.
Kumain na lang po.
Ayun, asa to?
I miss theater and community work.
It's been so long since I had devising workshop. This made me so happy, refreshed. Wow, very inspiring and fun. The session made me see that our community can still create using technology. Yes, our distance won't stop us from creating. Yes to that. No, that's why we have on stage, because nothing can stop us from doing something. No.
Nick, can I proceed to the next question, if it's okay?
Is this Okay, you're asking that. Okay, sige, sige. We're not
Okay.
in the open forum, huh?
Okay. How about how did we devise the performance earlier? Earlier, we wrought this up with an output or a curated performance with you doing your a day in a life of. Okay, can I ask once again if what was the flow of the output or of this performance we produced earlier? What was the flow? Maybe one volunteer or raised hand to just share what was the flow, the insight, or to share his or her insight about the performance. Your recorded a day in the life of the guitar of Nikki and the poetry, the spoken word. Okay. If you can type, you can share it to the chat box. What was the flow? Okay, somebody, if you want to share your insights, what was the flow of
the device work? You can type it in the chat box, guys, or you can wave your hand and then we can call.
Yes, or just turn on your microphone.
Yes.
If you want to speak.
What's the question again, Ron?
In our performance, in our devised performance earlier, when you play the guitar, and then I did layered it with a
poem
basing from their a day in the life of their recorded video. Okay, what was the flow of there? Okay, what was the flow in devising the performance? A day in our quarantine performance. Okay, flow. What did we do? Okay, how did we start? We started with
anyone?
Hi.
Hi, Shazni.
Hi, Shazni.
Yes.
Hello, my friend.
Hi, Ron.
Yeah.
I think the flow is the timeline, like a similarity of everyone being in quarantine or in lockdown, and that everyone feels or have almost similar story throughout lockdown.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Shazni.
There's a response in the chat that says, with quarantine routines by Mr. Carlito. We started with quarantine routines.
Nice. Okay.
Yes, and Marinelle, yes, you were saying something.
Hi.
Hi, Marinelle.
I think from the talk, hello po. From the talk earlier, I think the flow earlier was that we deconstructed our daily routines in life. Na we put it down, broke it down into individual pieces of each other's day, and then as you zoom out, as you go on and look at the bigger picture, it shows na we're all just the same. We all wake up, we all fall asleep. We do routines in our own different way, and I think that's the reconstruction of what the flow was during this activity.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, Marinelle. All right. Next. Can we proceed to the next question? Who were the fellows involved? Who were the fellows involved in the performance?
Okay, raise your hand.
Yeah, raise your hand.
Who were the fellows? Florel, Sir Florel.
All of us, right? Thank you, Shazni. Okay.
Yes.
The forms explored. Art forms. What was what were the forms explored in our performance? Movement. Okay, thank you, Ruby.
Body movement by Ruby.
Stories.
Thank you, Jerome.
Improv, music, spoken
word.
Nice. Space exploration, space and a lot, right? And also I'd like to add multimedia, no? We are using the screen also in this interaction in this collaborative work. Thank you for your insight. And then what was the framework that held our performance together? What was the framework? The scaffold, the skeleton. What were the guide? Time. Yeah, very good.
Time from DK. From DK.
90 yung grade mo, DK. Thank you. That's time is our framework. Okay? Can I proceed, Nick? Right.
Yes.
Let us take a moment to reflect on our shared experience and breathe. Okay, let's try breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As we take a moment of silence, can we try to insert a song from Elisha? We call this Breathe.
So breathe in slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Relax for a while. Don't forget to pause and breathe. Don't forget to pause and breathe.
Thank you so much, Elisha.
Thank you.
Don't forget to pause and breathe. The COVID-19 pandemic is a moment in history. It's a moment in history that we are all part of. How this ends, it depends on how we devise history. Ladies and gentlemen, that is from the University of San Agustin Little Theater, Devising History. And now I will give the floor back to our host, Mr. Nicky. Thank you so much for listening.
Yay! Thank you very much, Ron. Another applause for Ron. Both hands shaking. Or you can clap towards Ron.
Up here.
Up here. Thank you very much, Ron. Very insightful. Thank you for sharing your journey with us, with USA Little Theater, and sharing your process of coming up with your performances. And I'm sure that many of us are touched and inspired by your way of creating, and I hope that we can be inspired to do more and create, also the way you create things. Thank you very much, Ron. And now we will open the floor for some questions from you guys. This is the open forum part. So please, if you have questions for Ron, he is very much willing to answer that. This is a time for us to interact, ask questions, and share your thoughts and ideas. Anyone? You can write your questions in the chat box. You can also raise your hands so that you can be called and you can be recognized.
Privately.
Not privately.
I'm not awesome. Ano na Ali? Okay.
Anyone? Wait, my screen is so small. Wala ko makita.
I miss you, Shian.
Okay, do we have a question? Or thoughts about the session tonight? Could be a question, could be your impression or your experience tonight. Yes, Vales, Darcy, please unmute.
Hello po.
Hello,
Hello po.
Darcy.
Hello,
Okay.
Darcy.
So, hello po. Hello po again, Sir Nikki.
Hello.
Question lang po about imagination because my province po kasi is Iloilo. My dad grew up there and then we moved here in Parañaque as I grew up. But the the emotional process of how you guys did that, like the because I'm also interested with the psychology behind every play that I've ever seen. Like I always question about the trauma and the going through. Like, is there like someone in the company who is also like checking checking how the story moves, or how the story moves, or how the actors are doing? Because that's my concern, and that really interests me. If there's a way na like, is there any sign? Yes po. Yun po. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Darcy.
Yes, Ron.
Yes, fellow Ilonggo pala. Hello. Mayong gabi. As part from your question, in the process of devising a theater is it's a collaborative medium, right? So everyone or the actor is the director, sometimes writer, or the writer is the director also, the actor. So maybe if you're asking who guides us as we formulate the story, right? So that's where the artistic director comes in, or the facilitator comes in, because in you have to put order in chaos, because everybody wants to do this and go crazy with their ideas, and just being spontaneous along the process. So it's where the facilitator should really go back to the flow of curating the whole thought process, or the whole mounting of the production. So sometimes in our end, Sir Eric guides us and does the facilitation and control our craziness in the process of creation.
If I may add, Nick, we were
Yes,
very
yes, Eric.
Yes, Sir Eric.
We were very run off. We were very aware that this is a traumatic experience. So even before performing, we advise the audience about what they are going to see. In the process of creating, we work with a dramaturg, we work with psych majors. We actually have a psychology department that works with us, and in fact, who told us also to be cautious about the emotions that we portray. We do not perform this to the survivors. This will be too traumatic for them. So this is usually performed for students who do not have any idea what Yolanda was and how Yolanda affected our lives. Usually, after the production, we would usually have a talk back where we engage our audience, where we talk to them. And if there are triggered emotions, sometimes we stay with them and they stay with us and we talk about these particular emotions. So that's very, very important to when you are creating projects like this about pandemics and about triggering stories of our history. It's important you are guided, by professionals. But that's a very, very wonderful question, Darcy, and that's important for us that as creators we have to be careful with the work that we do. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Darcy.
Eric. Thank you, Ron, and thank you,
I want to
Darcy.
add also, we were also debriefed when we went there and performed. So actors were also considered as we were oriented and debriefed after performing in the.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Ron. It's such a wonderful experience.
Some
no?
more
And,
questions.
and one of the F's that you mentioned, diba, a while ago is about the fellow. And I think that is an example also of expanding your fellow, not only devising the work, but expanding the circle of the fellow through collaborative work. I mean, collaboration with the psychology department and other people who can actually give you input, like the dramaturg. Thank you for that. Another question from our participants. Just raise your hand. We have a question. We have Marinelle a while ago. She was raising her hand. So Marinelle,
Ayun. Hello again.
yes, hello, Marinelle.
Yes, but I just wanted to ask if ever we do come back sa physical stage, do you think that we will still be able to use the online platform for theater even after hopefully everything goes back to normal na po?
I think this experience, this user experience, we unlocked another talent or skills, learning and how to work with the computer, learn how to work with the Zoom, learn how to work with the space. I think this is a new form. So once you added a new form, it will just stay there. If we can still explore this when everything comes back to normal. Limitation is we are not only limited, or forms is not limited for just available or for what we just have. Okay, I think on how I understand your question is if we will lose this value. The online platform is just there. We just have to really utilize and make use of it if it's needed in a performance. Thank you, Marinelle.
Thank you, Ron.
Did answer your question.
So thank you, Marinelle, for that question. Yeah, basically, this is already an available option for us as a form. We can always come back to doing performances online, but at the same time doing performances live. No, maybe
yes,
a combination of both.
Live, right?
Actually, nakamiss na.
Nakamiss, tama.
Yes, I missed the. Okay, another question from our participants. Do we have a question? Max, are you raising your hand? Ano pala. Okay, I'm still scanning the screen. Just raise your hand or turn on your microphone so that we can hear you guys.
Oh, Min is here. Hi, Min.
Yeah, Min and I is here. Hello.
Hi. What is up?
Say hi to everyone.
Hi, I.
Yeah. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Min.
Yeah, Min is here.
Hi, Min.
Welcome to On Stage.
Yeah.
Do you have a question or you want to say something for our session tonight? I think no.
Set.
Wala na?
Si Ruby Jane. She has a question sa chat box, I think.
Okay, I will. Yeah. Hi, Karon. What's the process on creating the set for a devised theater?
Are you referring to production design or it's a set? Yes.
Yes, I think so.
When we were devising imagination, we thought of or we were actually conceptualizing on how to present it. So I did coming from a designer's background. Parang I started pitching an idea. What if we create or we get an idea from the house as a framework of creating stories. Kasi when we went there, everything was distracted. So everything was just divided. So doon ko nakuha yung idea of creating or using house as the framework of the play Imagination. And then from there, dinivide namin and took stories or inspiration from the news reports about the girl who stayed at the top of the roof during the storm, a little girl who actually was found after the storm in the lamppost where her mother left her during the storm. So we took inspiration from the parts. So basically, that's the design of the story. And by the production design, we used scaffoldings, lines as the visual presentation of Imagination. We used frame, parang it's just like a post, an image of destruction. But at the end of the play, we did reconstruct the house itself. So aside from the framework, the house being destructed and reconstructed, we used it in the design and as part of the play. The house is destructed as the start when the play starts, and then slowly revealing the stories of each parts. And then at the end of it, at the end of the play, we are slowly rebuilding the house. And then eventually, you can see an image of the house at the end of the play. So that's the process of creating the set design of Imagination. And we used colors of the Philippine flag also: red, yellow, blue, and then mixture of grays. So we kasi when you consider when you speak of a set, it's the totality, a scenic design of the play. Some more questions.
Thank you very much, Ron.
Thank you. I really appreciate that question because I went from the background of or I am the production designer of the play, so it really helps.
There is another question here, Ron, from Nanay.
In a device process.
In a device piece, there could be conflicting ideas that surface among the team members. How do you manage this? Who decides at the end?
Yes. No, we are all crazy in the process making. We argue about it. We agree to disagree. But in the before starting the process, it's always important to have a facilitator or a moderator who will, tie everything up or to moderate or to put order in chaos in the process or along the process.
Eric,
let them fight it out. Usually, it will be, the decision is from the facilitator. In our end, from our artistic director.
So Kuya Eric, you let them fight first and then decide.
Yes.
No, I guess in the end it has to be a consensus. They eventually come to a decision that the play is comfortable for them to stage. So yes, I let them fight it out. That's a natural.
That's part of the process. Yeah, that's part of the process.
But really, it's about convergence. Water will eventually seek its own level, and they will eventually find peace in their work once they actually stage it.
Wow, ganda nun. So nice. Okay. Thank you, Kuya Eric. Thank you, Ron, for responding to that question.
May the best leader win.
Are there more questions from our? Yes, Shazni is raising his hand.
See, Shazni.
Hi.
Yes, Shaz.
Yeah. My question is what do you do if you're stuck or like you don't have any inspiration or out of ideas? What sort of activities or ways do you do?
Usually, I believe in creative empathy. When we went there to gather stories, we don't know on how imagination should look like. We just gathered stories from what is available. I think creative empathy is very important in the process. You put anything interesting if you anything can be interesting if you put interest into it. So I think in the process of creating, or in my from my end, from creating May Hope as a play, I just I empathize to the character. I open emotion. I just let it flow, and then that's the time for me to to really put data and fast and yeah, apply this device, this 4 Fs already in the process.
Right.
So that's
Thank you, Ron. I hope Ron gave you an answer, Shazin. Yes. Thank you very much. We have this is not a question, but a tip. Now, maybe you can share some tips on how to create good relationship with your fellows.
Sorry, wait.
Not a question, Ron, but
Okay.
like, can you give some tips on how to create good relationship between your fellows?
Just be yourself. I mean, if you're not comfortable with that person, we're not really pushing you to be friends, because working with fellows can be effective if you work with what you have. So in our company, I spent 4 years or 5 years with my co-actors and co-members. We enjoyed. I mean, relationships are developed during workshops and rehearsals and late nights conversation through theater. I guess just be yourself. I mean, just like a workshop, just like attending a workshop. Just be yourself. Just be there, and open yourself. Always open yourself for improvement, if there's any. And be like water, just like what Sir Eric says. Just adopt to the situation, the vessel, if you really wanted to collaborate. It's just like if you're fire and water, you cannot really blend together, right? Be like the avatar. You can bend all the elements: earth, air, fire, and water, right? So, yeah.
Yes. In other words, you have to be flexible, no, in these situations, that you can work with and collaborate with these people, and be yourself. No, offer yourself to your fellows as well. Thank you for that. Are there any more questions? I think. Wait. Last check.
Sophia.
Yeah.
Hello po. I would just like to ask po about improvisation po. How do we keep it creative and yung hindi po masyadong susobra? How do we keep yung improvisation po na creative and spontaneous?
Spontaneity. Okay. In adobo, one factor that made the performance, I guess it was spontaneous, because we have a guide, and then the guide is the process of cooking and how to prepare the ingredients, then chop the meat, and then eventually sauteed in the container, and then the process of heating. So we have a guide for that one. Another points in improvisation is, and acting is improvisation should be generous. You should be offering more, or be open for the energy that your co-actors throwing, and you have to really be generous for catching your co-actor. In creating that performance adobo, we have a guide, and then that's for us to to play along with the conversation, with the situation. And I could always attest that these four F's is applicable in devising, in like for your question. Fellows really plays an important part in improvisation because you have to take care of each other. You have to be really to be comfortable, or you have to really be sensitive to your co-actor. Thanks, Sophia.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Ron.
you. Thank you,
Yeah, and
Popo.
also Kuya Eric and you, Ron, mentioned a while ago that someone is facilitating, no? In other words, there is a guide, but there's also someone guiding you, diba? Looking at it, no, on top of your process.
I think for improvisation, Gabe Mercado says that acting is an act of generosity. The more generous you are, the more exciting the experience of improvisation is. Another way to make it interesting is to make your co-actor make it more difficult for him. Give him situations that will make it difficult for him to solve. And then you go with the details. Don't go with abstracts. Don't go with vague scenarios. Go for the details. You are a soldier trapped in 1945 looking for the Hiroshima treasure, whatever, just try to make things interesting. You're a zombie kangaroo looking for looking for salvation. So really try to create all these situations that are crazy and challenging, and just abandon yourself in the moment, and just have fun, and just be generous with your co-actor, and I'm sure it's gonna be interesting.
Thank you
Thank
po for the
you, Kuya
advice.
Eric.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
we'll
much.
have one more
Yes.
question, one last question. There's a question from Josh. Hi po, what piece of advice could you give young aspiring theater students regarding gaining confidence on stage?
How do I start with that? It takes you have to really prepare yourself. If you want to learn something, I believe you really have to prepare in terms of uh, just like in the movie Mulan, courage. Fear is nothing without courage. So you really have to, as what Sir Eric also told me, na just step forward. If you're afraid, or really not confident of your performance, just practice it and flourish it on stage. Just be yourself again, and I believe you cannot build a champion athlete in one day. It takes months also, and several practice and rehearsals and rehearsals and rehearsals and rehearsals, and then eventually you'll find yourself improving every day. So how to gain confidence? Just keep on doing it. Just do theater every day. I mean, just this is theater already. So flourish and improve by doing it, by spending time, even just a second or a minute for reading a line of poetry, anything that makes you that should help you in improving. Right? I guess that's my
Yeah.
advice for for the young theater people.
Thank you very much, Ron. So just keep doing it, okay?
Just keep
Keep
swimming.
doing,
Keep swimming.
keep doing theater. Yes, yes, again, confidence. Okay, thank you all very much for your questions, and again, would like to thank you, Ron, for being with us tonight and having the pleasure of you as our speaker. No, so I'll proceed now to wrapping up our session tonight. Um, for our synthesis, actually, not it's a coincidence because Ron presented a balay, and when I was reading his summary or part of his script, no, I thought of the image of Balay. So um, next slide, please. So for my synthesis, I'd like to encapsulate the session today using the image of a balay or a house, no? Because this is devising history, and what I want to say is that when we devise, no, there's actually materials available around us, no. When we devise, there are also we can start with nothing, no, but we can always start with something like referring it to the history, and like for example the image of a house, we can actually look at the house as a starting point for creating something or devising something. And Ron was saying that we could look at it, no, into details and deconstruct it. Okay, next slide, please. We look at the different parts of the house. Yes, next, please. And say you can have shapes, different colors, and too fast, too fast. All right. So we see the different shapes of the house. Now, if we deconstruct it, you look into different perspective, and then we have fellows, the people who come together and bring also something. So it's not only one person giving, no, and receiving, but it's the fellow, the group of people, okay, sharing and contributing to the process, okay, because and then along the way, these people or the fellow look into different forms because they are knowledgeable with that, and they can contribute into shaping, okay, and rebuilding or reconstructing the new house, which is our next slide. See, so you still have the house, the structure, but it looks different now. So when devising something, you can actually base that on something that is existing, and then come up with something very creative and innovative, but keeping what is the original material. Now, making sure that there's the essence of what the inspiration that you take it from. So that's how I put everything, no, the session for tonight, like a house, and we look at it and then we renovate it, no, and make something out of it. All right. So I hope that I thank you very much. Again, not to our speaker, Ron. Would like to thank everyone who participated and being with us tonight. We have participants from Brunei, from Thailand, from Singapore, and from around the Philippines, such as Davao, Cavite, Parañaque, Iloilo, Leyte, no, Dumaguete. Thank you all very much for being with us tonight. Just some few reminders, no. Um, our next session or our next on-stage webinar will be next Friday, and that will be with David Aguilar, September 18, still at 7 p.m., and that is celebrating Bohol's heritage. Okay, youth theater artists map the wealth of their island through performance and creative projects. Okay, another thing is that we have the evaluation form, and we would like to encourage everyone to fill out the evaluation form so that we know, we can hear from you what to improve, and we can come up with something better, you know, through your recommendations and the evaluation. Okay. Another thing, we'd like to remind everyone that YATA is a nonprofit organization. We rely on support from outside organization, no, project-based funding, and we part of our mission is to help the community, develop the community, and we are so lucky that YATA was able to get this funding for on-stage project from Japan Foundation Manila, and that we are able to offer this one to you all for free. So help us help the undeserved communities by making a donation. Any amount will help us sustain the work that we do, the creative efforts that we are doing. So please see the bank details below. It's on your screen. Any amount. Now, Bank of the Philippine Islands, you have it there. All right. So before we leave, can we all face our screen and let's have a group photo? Okay, ready. Put on your smile. Or strike a pose, strike a pose. The historical figure that you chose a while ago. Historical figure. Like the majestic eagle. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Tight shot, tight shot. 1, 2, 3, and then away from the camera. Last one. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you all very much for being with us tonight. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, people from overseas. Thank you, Japan Foundation Manila. Thank you, Buds Theater, USA Little Theater, and thank you, Youth Advocates through Theater Arts. Thank you all very much, and we hope to see you again next Friday, September 18 at 7 p.m. This again, I am Nikki Samafranca, your moderator for Onstage Project. Good night, everybody. Stay safe and stay healthy.